If you've been waiting for the right time to start retirement, stop. You just need one tiny monthly habit. Seriously, I used to think retirement planning was reserved for the elite, the finance grads, the high earners, the ones who looked like they could calculate compound interest in their sleep. I'd scroll through influencers posing in mid-century homes, spouting 8-figure forecasts with zero relatability to my $25 notebook habit. And I thought, that's not me. But then I made one tiny change. I automated $25 a month into a simple ETF each payday. No drama, no spreadsheet anxiety. And slowly, but so sweetly, I started building a financial future. This video is about how you don't need big capital, a course, or a retirement guru voice. You just need consistency, emotional space, and a system that works for your brain and your soul. Let's dismantle the myth of too late and build simple strategies that serve you now and in the far-off dream of someday. Hi, I'm Jane, budget mumble, recovery hobbyist, and someone who wants your retirement to start before you turn 80. The I can't start yet trap. For the longest time, I believed retirement planning was like elite club initiation. It had strict entrance requirements. I thought, once I'm earning 6 figures, I'll sort it. Once I buy my first home, then I'll start saving. But life doesn't work that way. Every time I got close, another car repair surprise bill pushed retirement off the table. So retirement became this mythical mountain, distant, overwhelming, and deeply unreachable. I felt like I needed to be ready before I could begin, and that readiness seemed permanently elusive. Spoiler, that was a trap. One evening, after shelving another I'll start next paycheck plan, I thought, what if I started with literally anything? Just as $25 automate now habit. A small amount that wouldn't feel painful, but would be consistent. I set up an automatic transfer from my salary into an ETF, glanced at it once, and forgot about it. 3 months later, I realized I hadn't missed a payment. 6 months later, I was checking my balance and thinking, wow, something is actually growing here. And that's when compound interest whispered, hello. It wasn't a mountain yet, but a small sprout. That tiny automaton became more powerful than any savings goal or complicated budget ever felt. Because it was consistent, easy, unthreatening, and anchored in emotional safety, not performance shame. Why's 25-month actually works? Compound interest is often talked about like math homework, but when you start actually seeing results, it feels magical. Let's break it down. Invest $25 monthly for 30 years at a conservative 6% annual return. That's just $9,000 invested. But due to compounding, it becomes nearly $15,000 over time, without you doing anything besides showing up. I'm not pitching wealth illusions, but that difference, it matters emotionally. You're not just saving, you're proving to yourself that you can. That small habit builds confidence more than the money itself. This is crucial because most finance advice separates emotional and financial growth, but they're inseparable. When you see your balance whisper, you're doing okay, that trust becomes fuel. It makes it easier to add $50 later and later still. So more than this $15K payoff, this approach gives you the gift of seeing yourself being capable. And that's the real compound effect. How to set it and forget it without panic. Automating your savings is easy, but staying calm, that takes work. Step 1, open a second account or ETF and set a recurring transfer the day you get paid. Label it Future Me or something emotionally resonant. Step 2, resist the urge to check for at least a few months. Every time you check your balance, you risk panic over fluctuation. Step 3, schedule a quarterly review, but just a glance. Was the money transferred? Is it still growing? That's it. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't track every brush. You just have the habit. Over time, it becomes mindless, but impactful. No guilt if there's a dip, no OCD over balance, just space and trust. If you miss a date, no shame. You re-up and move on. Because this system is not about performance, it's about presence. Dealing with what if I missed the market? The market dips scare us, especially if you're new to investing. That's $25 habit might feel tiny in a big crash. But here's the secret. Crashes are opportunities. When prices fall, your small investment grabs more shares. So while you feel stress, your habit is quietly capitalizing. Staying consistent, especially during tough times, puts you ahead. Psychologically, it's essential to zoom out. Focus on the years, not the days. Your quarterly check is a moment of reflection, not a panic trigger. Worst case, if the market stays low, you continue investing at low prices. If it recovers, you see compounding magic. That's why a long horizon mindset trumps short-term noise every time. Plus, automated investing removes emotional triggers. You're not thinking, do I panic sell today or buy more? Instead, you ride the waves automatically while emotionally staying in the kayak. Next steps to level up without quitting the plan. So you've built your $25 foundation and you're feeling the trust growing. What next? You could increase to $50 monthly. You could add lump sums from birthdays or side hustle windfalls. You could diversify with ESG-themed ETFs aligning with make money, don't kill the planet, principles, or simply continue the habit, letting time do the heavy lifting. Every bump doesn't require a 180-degree shift. You don't need to overhaul your life or risk burnout trying to catch up. Think of your investment as a gentle staircase, small steps, but finite. The real power is that your brain knows, I can do this. Once that psychological confidence is unlocked, decisions become easier, patience becomes easier, and your financial trajectory changes. Not because you're richer, but because you're consistent. The biggest myth about retirement? That it starts with money. It doesn't. It starts with belief, specifically the belief that future you deserves care now, not later. That's $25 isn't just money. It's a message. It says, I'm showing up for you, even when life is messy. And that matters way more than perfectly timed investments or financial flexes on TikTok. Don't wait for enough. Start where it's quiet, where you can start. Because retirement doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to be consistent and kind. If this helped clear the emotional fog, hit like, tap subscribe, and share this with someone who keeps saying, I'll start someday. Comment, I'll automate 25-month starting. Let's make slow, boring, emotionally intelligent retirement plans the new glow up. And, hey, if today's episode gave your mindset a little upgrade, don't forget to tap that subscribe button so you don't miss tomorrow's dose of magic. Yeah. And maybe set a reminder. Or just binge the next one right now? Yay! It's right there on the screen. Go on, click it. Your future self says thanks.